Good morning, cadets. Commander Andrews here. Welcome to a very wet Recife. Not cold and wet though, it is 26 degrees apparently today. The time is 11:15 in the morning, and this is one of our .5 flights. I've come to affectionately know them as the .5 flight. We're going to have a quick spin around Recife, and the aircraft I have chosen for this is the Icon A5. This little aircraft fascinates me because it doesn't look like it's a real aircraft, but they do exist, and it's a gorgeous looking aircraft. It looks like a sports car almost. The cruising speed is only 85 knots with a maximum speed of 100 knots, which isn't very fast for something that looks like it should be fast. But apparently it's got a 912 Rotax engine, which is your typical light sport aircraft engine. So, what's very impressive that this is also an amphibious aircraft. It can land on water. So, I'm going to pull over a little nav map. There we are, sitting at the tarmac. What I'm going to do, we're going to have a very quick, very short flight, take off, go along the coast, and then basically do a landing in the water, shut it down, and do some fishing. Yeah. And then come back and land. Yeah. Now, the weather is very exciting. Let's put that away. As I said from the beginning, all our flights will be done using real live weather. And you can see here, we're on live weather, and it is just really dull and rainy in Recife at the moment. So, that's cool. Let's jump in. This aircraft, look at the inside. It looks like a car. It's lovely. But what's amazing, the simplicity in starting this thing. All we need to do, up to the back, turn that fuel pump on, down to the front. There's our master. We can turn that on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and start. There we go. Engine started. As easy as that. What I'd also like to see are these lights. I'm just going to turn them all on, bugger it. Look at those lights. Really is a fascinating aircraft. So we're not going to bother once again with ATC. I think we're not going to bother with ATC on any of our .5 flights. And we're just going to taxi. If I have a look at nav map, the wind is favouring runway 36. So we'll turn to the right, quickly go down there, and get into the air. The parking brake is in an unusual spot, right down here by your feet. That's done. Let's set flap to 15. There isn't much wind today. It's only 8 knots coming fairly down the runway, so we're not going to worry too much about having a bit of flap on the way there. I think we started off pretty fast. Whoa. Close call. I don't think we're on a taxiway. I think we're on a service vehicle road. So let's get off the taxiway before we're given a call by the local authorities. If you Google this aircraft, the Icon A5, you can see some pictures. I'll just show them here. On how this thing can fold up, the wings can fold back, and you can put it on a trailer. I just think that's fascinating. Have you noticed? This is a taxiway, and they've got a taxiway light in the middle of the taxiway line. So that's a bit of a bad on you simulator. That's a bit of a weird one there. There's the end of the runway right there, so we're going to be there in no time. We chose the right side end of the airport to park at. Once again, you did not see our 737 because the locals were nice enough to house her in one of their hangars. we did start today in the same gate that we parked the 737. So here I am at the end of the runway, pretty much nothing to do because all the lights are on, flaps are set, T's and P's are already all in the green. We can get going immediately. Having to do a fair amount of rudder input though. It is a very light aircraft, this. We can take those flaps up. We can do a nice turn to the left. I'm basically doing a 360 here. Should have turned to the right, not the left. But we'll just do a nice tight orbit here. There you can see the coast. This is a real aircraft. I don't believe they are actually doing too well for sales. I think something went wrong with the marketing on that one. Or they upped the price heavily. We've got rain coming off the windscreen. One thing I noticed that this guy doesn't have any windscreen wipers. Not that we need them right now. So now we are flying alongside. We're going to go parallel to the apparently brilliant beaches in Recife. We're going to do a landing here on the water, so we'll keep the wheels up. Do some fishing. And then back to the airport. Right, so I'm going to go... No, wait, can't get flapped yet, we're not in the white arc. Now we be in the white arc, we can go full flap, because we're going to do a water landing now. This is going to be fun. Pretty fast. We're going to have to just stay at this height and let the speed bleed off. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Lovely. Right, as we're slowing down, we're going to jump into the aircraft. We go down here and we're going to lower the rudder. There you can see the rudder has been lowered into the water. Now we come to a stop. And I'm immediately going to turn it off. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Now, Flight Simulator is probably going to think I've ended the flight. Yeah, look at that, look at that. Now we'll just say continue. So there's probably somewhere to turn that off. And yeah, look at that. Sitting in the ocean. Then we'll obviously just step onto the wing and do a bit of fishing. Which I won't subject you to. We'll skip that bit.
5 minutes later.
Okay, fishing done. We are gonna return back to the airport. One thing that I noticed that I find quite fascinating and very impressive. We landed facing the other direction. See? Now look at the wind. The wind is coming from the south, so what it's done is, while this aircraft's been sitting floating, the wind has turned it around and now it's facing into the wind. Now that's quite impressive. And I've also noticed, even though we've been sitting still, you can just see it, we are slowly floating backwards. Now that's some detail. Put it to flight sim. That's some detail right there. Anyways, off we go. Fuel pump's already on. We never turned it off. We can go master on. What we are going to do is get that started. After takeoff, we're going to do a sharp turn to the right so we can land back on the same runway. Right? I'm not too sure what the procedure is, if we raise the rudder now or not, but I'm going to do that now. And we're ready for away. Already off. And we can go flaps up. I think I took off with full flap there. Naughty me. Right, here's this Recife's version of Central Park. There's canals over here. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a park, I think it's more of a foresty. Right, coming into land, finding our way to the end of the runway. We're going to head towards the right now. We can do a quick turn. Right, I see the airport over there. You can see the flashing lighthouse. Beacon. Do you call them a lighthouse at an airport? No? And there's the runway. So apparently the weather is going to be like this all week, which means when we leave Recife, we'll be taking off in this. Won't that be fun? And our next destination is Belém. Belém, often referred to as the gateway to the Amazon River. Full flap and gear down. A bit late on the gear down. Kissing the tar. Okay, I'm going to go flaps all the way up because we do want to maintain our speed, but not necessarily the lift. There's a forklift that's driven onto the runway in front of us. Ah, just as I was giving you points, Flight Simulator. You go and ruin it. Okay, well this isn't our aircraft, it belongs to the local guys. I'm just going to park it anyways. placement of these taxiway lights is ridiculous. Okay, where shall we park? Somewhere creative. Oh, look at these two wings. Oh my word. I think the flight simulator is just getting me back for giving it points. Goodness gracious, look at that. Alright, well, we're going to leave it there. Let's jump back inside. We're going to go down here, put on the handbrake, and then we're going to go... Always the wrong way first. Oh dear, now we've messed up the mouse. There we go. Alright, and then, yeah, right. I will see you again, everyone, for our trip to Belém. Peace.